Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to dive into the mortgage and home purchase closing process. Now, as a first-time or move-up home buyer, the information is going to help you understand what to expect and guide you through this important milestone. So let's go ahead and get started. The mortgage and the home purchase closing process, it can seem overwhelming, but I'm here to simplify it for you and make it simple and easy to understand. So here is a step-by-step breakdown of what you can expect. Step number one is going to be your mortgage pre-approval. Before you even start house hunting, you really need to get pre-approved for a mortgage. This means you're going to meet with a lender who will assess your financial situation, your credit history, and determine how much you can afford to borrow on that mortgage. The pre-approval will help you to set that realistic budget. It also gives you a competitive edge when you're making an offer on a home. Step number two is finding that dream home. So once you're pre-approved, it's time for you to go out and find that house. You're going to work with an expert real estate agent, hopefully someone who's local, to search for properties that meet the criteria of what you're looking for. And once you find that house that you're ready to move forward with, that's when you'll go ahead and put an offer in. Step number three is going to be getting that offer accepted. So once your offer is accepted, maybe after a little bit of back and forth with the other agent or the seller, you are one step closer to being a homeowner. And at this point, you're going to provide an initial deposit. It's called an EMD, or Earnest Money Deposit, which shows your commitment to the purchase. It's typically anywhere from, I would say, $1,000 all the way up to several $1,000s. Generally, I've seen it around 1% of the price of the home that you'll put as that initial earnest money deposit. Step number four is going to be the loan processing. So this is when we are going to review your financial documents, update everything, order an appraisal, and verify all the updated information that we need for underwriting. So it's essential that any information or documentation that we ask for, you're going to want to get to us right away. That'll keep the process moving in the right direction and going smoothly. Once the loan processor has everything needed for underwriting, we're going to go ahead and submit that loan into underwriting and get that approval. So the lender is going to evaluate all the information on the loan application, and if everything checks out, they're going to issue a conditional loan commitment. That's going to have a bunch of different information and documents that they're going to need to complete the transaction and wrap everything up. So once that's done, that's typically when the appraisal is going to be going on in parallel while the underwriting is happening, and you also will probably have a home inspection at some point during this process. This will help to identify any potential issues that could come up, and the appraisal ensures that the price of the home aligns with the value of the home. Okay, so we don't want you paying $300,000 for a house that's worth only $250 unless you're aware of that gap and can make up that gap. Step number seven is going to be the closing disclosure and finalizing all the numbers. So before the closing, typically a minimum of 3 to 5 days, you're going to get a closing disclosure, and this document is going to outline all the final loan terms, the closing costs, and all the additional information you need to know for the closing. You're going to want to go over this with your mortgage advisor. I spend at least 15 to 20 minutes with every client going over this closing disclosure and address any questions that you have at that time, because during the closing day, things can get rushed. So that's the last step, closing day. This is the big day. It's like the wedding day for your home. So this is when you sign the paperwork, you finalize the purchase, you come obligated to that mortgage. You'll pay your closing costs, the additional down payment, etc., etc. Once everything's signed and the funds are authorized to be dispersed, the home is officially yours, and that's typically right when you'll get the keys and you can move in, unless you work something else out with the seller or attorneys. So there you have it. That's the simplified overview of the home buying and mortgage process, start to finish. But remember, every situation is unique. Loan programs are different for each person. So just work closely with your lender, your real estate agent, your real estate attorney throughout the entire journey, and we'll be able to guide you, answer your questions, and ensure a super smooth process. So congratulations on embarking on this journey towards home ownership. Hope this has been of value to you. If you have any more questions or need further guidance, you can reach out to me directly. I'm licensed in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Florida. My direct line is 860-413-3938. As always, hope that helps, and wishing you the best in finding your perfect home. Take care.